Hey Daisies, I wanted to touch base with you today because I have been inspired to think about some of the elderly folks and folks who are in assisted living homes this holiday season. Oftentimes we think about kids and how do we get books to kids? And yes, that is my main mission, to spread happy with books kids love. But that doesn't mean that we need to forget about other friends, such as ourselves and maybe some elderly folks that we might know who can also enjoy our products here. So I've collected a couple of books off of the bookshelf here that are just here in my collection that might inspire you to get a gift for that elderly person or somebody that you know who may live in assisted living. These books may be perfect to keep them busy and to keep them sharp and to just really help them feel loved and give them some things to do. So first and foremost, I wanted to dive right in. I was inspired by this because I love this book. This is Wilfred Gordon MacDonald Partridge, and this is a beautiful book. It's a picture book about a little boy who lives next door to an assisted living facility, and he makes friends with all of the residents, and he describes them and talks about what it is to what a memory is. So he's looking for a memory, and it's a really beautiful, beautiful book, and this really kind of inspired me to think about some of the elderly folks in our communities here. So there's that book there. First and foremost, I wanted to show you, again, these are just right off of my bookshelf, so there's lots of different options within the website. If you go to happydaisybooks.com, you can see a whole different variety of these and themes and everything. So just to dive right in, the first one I pulled is 100 Paper Dragons to Fold and Fly. This is a fantastic activity book for folks who may be elderly or in assisted living homes because it not only provides the sheets of papers and designs to fold paper airplanes, but you can have a lot of fun with this. It provides the instruction on how to actually fold them. So it's a great group activity, especially for an assisted living facility. It comes with all of the paper dragons, so to speak, to fold and fly here. And it's just a really fun way to keep hands moving, especially those that might have arthritis. Again, just keeping your hands busy. This one is a great one to do that. And it's a little bit more non-traditional as opposed to writing or drawing. So again, 100 Paper Dragons to Fold and Fly. There are tons of many more themes and options on the website, but just to give you an idea. Second, I know many of you have really hopped onto the coloring book craze, and it really is such an awesome resource for stress relief and to pass the time and just keep hands busy and everything. And so coloring has really taken off. And that's why I think it's a great pick for assisted living facilities and elderly people. This one I have here is India Patterns to Color. There are tons and tons of different options out there. There are Mexican patterns, there's Japanese patterns, there's no patterns. So if you wanted to, there's straight coloring books in there, color by numbers, wonderful ways to allow residents and elderly to be creative with picking colors and their designs. But it also allows them fine motor skills to keep working with that busy hand. See the details in there? Especially look at that vase. Look how gorgeous that is. So again, this is a really good resource. This is India Patterns to Color. There are plenty of other coloring books out there, but a great option for the folks that may be elderly or may have a little bit more limited mobility in their hands. Another one with that too is the Usborne Space Maze book. There are tons of different maze options on the websites there, but what I love about this is that it's very dimensional and it's very dynamic, and this will really help keep minds sharp as you're going through the pages here. You're really going through the pages. I mean, the beautiful mazes in this book just take the reader and the viewer on a journey, and it's fantastic. Look, this is a 2-pager. They do have, see, here's a couple of 1-pagers. Incredibly unique, absolutely beautiful, large book here. So you can see kind of the size of my hand. It's a very large book. 45 mazes here in this book. This is bound to keep elderly folks, loved ones in assisted facilities. This will keep them really busy too. Another line to walk along is the sticker dolly dressing. Any sticker book would really work. We do have kind of the build your own, so you could build your own motorcycle, build your own cars, build your own farm. But what I love about the sticker dolly dressing around the world is that there's a kind of a fun fashion element to it. You have all the stickers here. For example, this is for the Indian wedding over here. And then you can go back to the pages here. And here's Indian wedding. And you pretty much design them. You design the characters here. And there's also some information and history about the different cultures that are represented around the world with this. So this is really great. It keeps kind of that cultural, worldly element to everything as well. Again, keeping them busy, using your hands, keeping your mind sharp. Great options here with the sticker books. And we have a plethora of sticker books. In fact, I think we may be the #1 sticker book producer in the world because we have so many. Don't quote me on that, but that's just an idea of how many we do have. I just love the cultural ones. And then lastly, I pulled down some of my illustrated stories. These books are just gorgeous. And if you don't have them already on your bookshelves, every book garden needs these, okay? I pulled the illustrated stories from Dickens. And the reason why I pulled this one is that it includes some stories that are very nostalgic, very timeless. Oliver Twist, Great Expectations, Tale of Two Cities. They're timeless. They're classics. And what's great about these books here is that they're illustrated. They are larger print, okay? So this could either be given to an elderly person or an assisted living resident as something for personal use that they could read themselves, or it's a great option to have them be read too with these books. Again, sparking that nostalgia, that timeless classics. I pulled here Charles Dickens. I have Grimm's Fairy Tales. So there's lots of different options. And again, large print and some illustrations. They're just beautiful. Even just to have in their room or by their bedside, it's just absolutely beautiful. So that kind of concludes my mini little pop-up video here about how we can keep the elderly and folks in assisted living homes in mind the holiday season and any time that we're shopping for our books. The main goals of Usborne is to get books into the hands of children. But one thing that is so wonderful is that there are no limits to where these books can go. And I've just demonstrated that here by showing you all these great activities books that are wonderful to keep your friends and family engaged. I hope you have a very wonderful day. Thanks for joining me.